Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video. My name is Mina, in case you guys are new here, and you probably clicked on this because you're wondering about how I'm going to write a book. I'm not really too sure myself, honestly, but today we are taking another step and we are about to sit down and go through everything that I've written so far. So basically our first real workshop session, I guess you could say. I'm not 100% through the first draft, but that's okay. It's okay. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. So yeah, I'm super freaking excited. I'm gonna take you guys along and try to just show as much of the process as I can and give you guys some advice. I am not an expert by any means. I'm just a girl who has always enjoyed writing, and I feel like I've been through enough things, so many things just in my life up until this point. I mean, writing a memoir when you're 24 sounds a little bit crazy, but that's okay because I'm far from normal, let's be real. So let's freaking go. So whenever it's sunny and just beautiful weather, I feel like I listen to this song and it just makes me so happy. So here we go. Hello everyone. We have been sitting here for, I don't know, how long have we?
3 hours.
No.
Yeah.
3 hours. Wait, what time is it? It's 4.
4.
Okay, we've been sitting here for 3 hours. Wow. Okay. We have the manuscript of the entire. It's not the entire first draft, but it's quite a bit of it. And we just went through like I think 3 chapters. Basically, writing it, printing it out makes it a lot easier to go through. So, I have my dear friend Lexi. Do you care to be on camera? Yeah, she's here and she literally, I mean, look at this. Look at all the annotations. We've just dissected everything. So yeah, how has this process been for you?
It's been good.
Yeah.
There's a lot to do, but
I just kind of put
it
you on the
helps to
spot.
talk about it.
It's a lot because what we went through, like, a lot of the difficult experiences, like I was talking about how I'm having a hard time trying to get you in it, writing the chapter about just like my dad passing away and things like that. But I think we found a good segue into talking about that, and also, you know, finding different techniques of like putting humor in the story and just things like that. But yeah, we literally sat here and she read it and took a lot of notes. She's literally so thankful because, you know, like literally everything. Yeah, I'm just writing a bunch of stuff and she's just helping me like piece everything together. So yeah, it's going pretty well. Okay guys, it is much later in the week. Today is Thursday and I watched back the clip that you just saw from Sunday and I realized I didn't really explain in detail at all what we're doing. I just kind of gave a very general overview of just memoir writing and everything that's been happening. So today I wanted to dig a little bit deeper. I won't go into every single thing because there's so much that goes into it, but just kind of from the beginning what we started doing and then different tiny techniques that we implemented later on. Basically, there's a lot that goes into writing a memoir specifically because the first, I guess, instinct that I had was to go through my entire life, like go through this timeline of everything that has happened to me. And while that is really good because you do want more content in the beginning, so I guess that's like my first Amina's memoir writing tips. Tip number one is to write as much as you freaking can, because in the beginning it's going to be really hard for you to get somewhere if you don't have the content in the first place. That isn't to say you're going to use every single thing that you write. You know, every single thing might not be published, but that's okay, because you're gonna have to cut things out, and I think that's fine, but you need like this entire pool of different memories and experiences, and then that way you can connect everything and make it make sense. So in terms of structuring your memoir, you actually don't want to write it in order. That's what I've heard. With starting mine, I wanted to create kind of basically tying my childhood into a more recent experience that I had gone through. So that's kind of how I started off my memoir, and having that particular experience I think is really great because it sets the tone for the kind of entrepreneurial business side of me, but also ties into the, you know, immigrant background that I do have. So that leads me to my next point. Point number two, which is to have a kind of set list of themes that you want to focus on. This could be kind of difficult. You might think of like specific experiences, but I'm more so thinking of like bigger picture themes. So for me, specifically things that I want to touch on, I want to touch on grief, because that is a huge thing that I dealt with and something that I channeled into my business. So entrepreneurship is huge. That's definitely a major theme. Female empowerment and confidence is another one that I want to talk about, because I'm fortunate enough to have had a lot of different role models just, you know, through my life. So it's pretty cool. Growing up as an immigrant kid, embracing, you know, being a part of the diaspora is another one. And just the power of human connection, strength. Those were two other ones that I wrote, but I think those could kind of be grouped into some of the other categories, like the whole entrepreneurship and the immigrant kid thing. So the one tip that Lexi did give me, if you guys are struggling to generate more content and think of more experiences, like if you're like, okay, I've already written a ton of things that I just don't know where to go. She gave me this exercise. It's really simple. You're gonna write 5 specific sentences about the biggest events of your life. And it's actually really difficult because you have to put it into one sentence, and I tend to write a lot of compound and complex sentences, so this will be challenging. So basically just putting it in short form, because then you can use that throughout your book. So I hope this is making some kind of sense to someone out there, because there's just so much that goes into it. And if you're worried about the format and organization, I would say do not worry. I would make a list of literally all these experiences and then start writing chapters on each particular experience. So that way you have more content. So I'm gonna get to it now.